Live.
And we are back with the herding group being judged by Mr. Bill Shelton. A lot of wonderful dogs for Mr. Shelton to take a look at as a longtime breeder of Pembroke Welsh Corgis. This is a group he knows, loves, and is near and dear to his heart. Mr. Shelton's going to take a look down the line, and nobody's watching him. Hey, guys, there's a word to the wise for our Pure Dog Talk listeners. If the judge is looking down the line, you should pay attention and have your dog stacked instead of heading for the corner. Just heads up. Mr. Shelton starts with the German Shepherd dog. This is Grand Champion Rosewood's Galileo, bred by Bo Vojovic and Michael Bristow, owned by Dave and Ann Blackie and William Patterson. This is the Australian Shepherd with AJ Tavares. And this is a dog that won the group one of the nights here this weekend. This is Grand Champion Silverwood's Kiss of Fire at Limelight, bred by Marge Stovall and AJ Tavares. Owned by AJ, Marge Stovall, and Betty Harrell Tavares. Okay, Phil tells me that somebody needs to go hit a like on Blue Dog Northwest because he's sitting at 666 and he thinks that's a bad sign. So get on it, y'all. Here's Larry Fenner with the Bouvier this evening, Bouvier de Flanders. And this dog is, Bouvier is of course being Larry Fenner's breed, longtime breed. This dog is Grand Champion JBB's Turn the Tables, bred by Patty Cleekan and Yvonne Savard and Ray Waterman, owned by Patty and Yvonne. The Turve this evening is being handled by Michelle Edling. Again, a breed with which she is very well acquainted, has been spent bulk of the time I've known her for 25 years showing these dogs. This is Grand Champion Sky Acres Maximum Altitude, bred by Michelle, owned by Michelle. So again, very successful breeder owner handler.
Or David Frey better watch out.
No, David Fry has nothing to fear from me. No worries. But thank you for the compliment. Border Collie this evening, that is Christina Ricard, also known as Nina. You saw her a little bit earlier with her Brittany in the sporting group. This Border Collie is Grand Champion Sweet Doll. Cute.
Is the dog named Nina or is Christina's name?
Christina's nickname is Nina. Phil. See, you guys didn't know I was getting like my own color commentator.
That's right.
This is bred by Wang Min and owned by Tyler Crady, who is the other half of Nina.
Not the better half, the other half. Hey.
Okay, the mic's on. I had to cut him off here, people.
I'm just a video guy.
He's just the video guy. Yeah. Okay, this Briard champion, N.E. Origo, John Henry DeLauro, IT. Bred by Carol Busey and Teresa Lee. Owned by William Weber and Rebecca Weber.
So, Laura, this dog looks like it would be a mess in the Northwest when it gets wet and muddy.
This dog is a mess in the Northwest when it gets wet and muddy. I showed one, and his exercise program was running up and down the stairs in my apartment that I was living in at the time, chasing a ball because you couldn't very well take him outside. And this one is actually not in very full coat. A Briard in dripping coat to the ground is just
Really
an
cool.
enormous... Oh, they're beautiful. Beautiful dogs from France.
Does that mean they're partial to baguettes?
Yes, partial to baguettes, and they have double dewclaws. Or no, rear dewclaws. Not double dewclaws. This is a bearded collie with Mark Bettis. This is Champion Ragtime Call Off the Search, bred by Lynn and Vince Zagarella, owned by Arlene Jesse and Lynn and Vince Zagarella. Mark Bettis again, as I said, you saw him earlier with his pointer and his PBGB. Doing a good job here this evening.
Floating here.
A lot of hair. The bearded collie from Scotland. That coat should be very coarse, and it is protection, designed as protection when they're out herding in the very wet and rugged countryside in Scotland that they're from. Okay, this is Rough Collie Champion HS and Celtic Moons. Inver Array with a BNRN CGC. Bred by Carrie Campbell, owned by Carrie Campbell and Pearl Fabro. Cannot identify this handler. If anybody can give us some information. This is a dog from Canada, from British Columbia. Very nice. Very nicely done. Collies. Herding dogs, they have that really affinity. You know, they're very tuned into their people. Okay, here we have the Belgian Malinois. That is Randy Sutton handling the Malinois. And that is Grand Champion Turks, The Power of Amy's Love, bred by Carolyn Kaiser, owned by Laura Jean Kelly. Belgian Malinois, of course, very well known and successful in canine military work.
Carrie Campbell is the owner handler of the Rough Collie.
Oh, Carrie Campbell, good job. Did a very nice job with that dog. Here you have Taffy McFadden, again, showing the Berger Picard. The Picard this evening is Grand Champion Sketchbook Leroux at Brigadoon. It's got a CGC. This is bred by Liz Hansen and Grace Freeman. If you guys listen to the podcast, you'll remember Liz Hansen's talk on seizure disorders. This dog is owned by Jim and Leslie Bridge. Taffy doing double duty this evening, filling in for Bill.
Somebody asked if Bill was okay.
Bill is fine. Bill had a family engagement. I believe this was a...
That was Caitlin Page.
Everything's well. He just couldn't make it this evening. Family always comes first, even at the dog show. All right, here we go. This is Smooth Collie. It's a class dog today, won the breed. Collie Bray, I'll Stand By You of Silco, bred by Jennifer Lake and owned by Jennifer and Nancy Bishop. And that's a happy guy. Says, I got you, Mom. Let's have a good time. Okay, and this evening's Old English Sheepdog. A big entry in OEs this weekend. This is Champion Bugaboo's Let It Go Blue Mountain. Bred by Pam Henry and owned by Doug and Michael Ann Johnson and Colton and Heather Johnson. This is Heather Johnson showing the dog. Family from a long, long line of fabulous Old English Sheepdogs. Heather's husband Colton showed a couple very successful Old English a few years back, and this pretty little girl, this one's Heather's turn, so she's doing an amazing job with this dog.
Somebody said that you're supposed to hear the coat of an OES rubbed together.
Hear the coat of an OES rubbed together. I hadn't heard that one. They are occasionally asked by the judges to amble, which is basically pacing in any other dog. And so showing an Old English is always a challenge because they have to know how to both pace and not pace. So any of you who know about these things and have a dog that you don't want it to pace, but then you get to tell it to pace, I don't know, I couldn't even imagine. I mad props to the people who do so successfully show Old English Sheepdogs. This is a very challenging breed.
Is there a movie that had one?
Beautifully done by Heather. And the Beauceron this evening, that is... Why can I not find Beauceron here?
Nicole Crossley says, thank you for reading from the cover.
Hey man, we do the best we can. This Beauceron is, that's Teresa. His last name just went right out of my brain. The dog is Champion Maggie Noir du Monte Crosset, bred by Agatha Lours and owned by Pamela Frost. Teresa, more familiar with her Rottweilers. Very successful Rottweiler breeder and handler. Okay, Randy Benz is back. You saw him with his American Eskimo dog a little bit earlier. He now has the Finnish Lapland Grand Champion Sugar Rock Magic Mike. Has a couple agility titles. This dog is bred by Linda Martin and owned by Lorraine Palini and Blaine Barnett. Visitor here from Filer, Idaho. These little Lapland dogs are just cute as heck. Don't you think they're cute?
It says Go Magic Mike.
Magic Mike, that's who this is. Magic Mike is cute. Cute, cute. Look at him standing there like he has all of that going on. All of that and a slice of cheese. Alright, Belgian sheepdog. Bill Shelton, always so amazingly wonderful, polite, respectful with his exhibitors. You have here Belgian sheepdog. This is a puppy bitch, actually. Just entered on the weekend. Her name is Black Gold Gallant Jim. She is bred by Eileen Endorado and Moshe Rusheff, owned by Jeannie Gallant. Down here from Shelton, Washington. Pretty nice entry of Belgian sheepdogs to see a class puppy go up. She's a very pretty little dog, handling the group ring well for a baby. Mr. Shelton, a retired professional handler as well as an accomplished breeder and judge, does a beautiful job helping the exhibitors with their dogs.
Always so consistent.
Cattle dog this evening is champion Catch Pen and Promise, to be or not to be of Healer Hill. This dog is bred by Connie Skinner and P. Saladay and D. Quain and M. Skinner, and owned by most of the breeders. Saladay, Skinner, and Skinner. Australian cattle dogs. Strong herding dogs. I believe this is Maddie Skinner showing this dog. I believe. After this one. And the Empty Booker Mountain Dog this evening being shown again by Lauren House. This is champion Alpenblows Axel. Breeder is John May and Janine May, owned by the breeders.
It says the Belgian sheepdog finished today, undefeated from start to finish in the classes.
Very nice. A little bit of a tidbit about the Belgian sheepdog. Finished today from the 9 to 12 class, undefeated. And I'm assuming that's owner handled the entire way. And very, very pretty little bitch. The Boo Hunt this evening, that is Bonnie Lewis, and she's showing Anders. That's Grand Champion Port Gamble Fjords Anders, HTPT. Anders is bred by Glenn Robbins and Bjorn Nutland, owned by Ben Daniels and Valley Eberhardt. Bonnie Lewis, a second-generation dog person, bred Siberian Huskies with her family, longtime member of Gig Harbor Kennel Club up in Washington. Okay, the Shetland Sheepdog this evening, that's Tyler Crady, owner of the Border Collie. You saw Christina Ricard showing a little bit earlier. This Shetland Sheepdog is Grand Champion Syringa Acadia the Corsair. Dog is bred by Deborah Sordorovsky and Shanley Waller-Mikulski, owned by Tyler Crady and Deborah Sordovsky.
This one has 2 claws on it.
It's the Icelandic Sheepdog. I remember Tammy showed one that won Best in Show here, like out of the clear blue sky one year a few years ago. Okay, this is Icy is Grand Champion Run Amok. Hymna Arcturus has some agility titles. This is bred by Elizabeth Harvey, owned by Malia McAuliffe, and that may be the young lady that's showing this dog tonight. Good job. Like to see the young people working some breeds that are, again, relatively new to the American Kennel Club.
Is that a miniature?
What? It's a miniature American Shepherd.
That's really cute.
I used to do a lot of pet things. Those are the things that look like sheep.
I take it all back.
Miniature American Shepherd. This one is Champion Chandria's Crime of Fashion. It's Salish, bred by Cheryl Haas and Andrea Haas, owned by Sean Marie Davis and Cheryl Haas. And I'm going to put money that this is one of the Haas girls. I'm sorry, I really am not familiar, but I know someone out there in Facebook land will help me. No. This isn't the same one that showed the other dog that was a Haas. Had a last name. Andrea and Shelton. Oh, it's the Puma.
Nobody has corrected you on Facebook.
The Pumies. Pumies look like little koala bears, cutest things in the world. This is Grand Champion Abiqua Opal. And the handler here is Tom Levy. And he's bred and owned by Tom and Chris Levy. Cute little herding dogs from Hungary. According to the interview that we did with Chris and Tom, if you remember back with that, they're pretty tough, pretty hardy working dogs.
You said they were hungry.
They're from Hungary. They're not hungry, they're from Hungary, the country. Phil. Andrea Haas. Okay, good. Knew it was one of those Haas girls. That's Andrea Haas with the Mini American Shepherd. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all's input on that one. Okay. And this little Swedish Valhund is Champion Akuchi's Hey, You're in My Spot. Bred by Charlene Sales and owned by Charlene Sales. And with a reasonable guess, this is Charlene Sales showing the dog.
And if anybody wondered why I focused on the floor, it's because a camera forced it.
Is what?
A flash. The laser flash. Forces the camera.
Oh, yeah. So for those of you with big flashes in your cameras, that's what's causing our camera to malfunction out there, guys. So just FYI. Oh, sunny cardigan.
Yes, we're not intentionally trying to film the floor.
No, that was a oopie.
My wife just said she's playing the live feed loud so that the puppies will get used to the crowd noise.
Good. See, there's an innovative thing to do. You guys can play your volume loud so that your puppies get used to crowd noise. I like it. So here's your Cardigan Welsh Corgi being handled by Sonny Yeager. This is Grand Champion White Heart Absolute Hexeds. I don't even know. HCADSC, HIADSC. Wow. This is bred by Barbara Miller and owned by Barbara Miller. Very active little dog, is from the sounds of it. And the Pembroke this evening, there's Colin Stone. And this one is Grand Champion, Mischief Afoot, Arrows, Solid Alibi. Bred by Kathleen Kirby and Stephen Kirby. Owned by Rob and Michelle Wilson. Again, remember, Pembroke Welsh Corgi. This is Mr. Shelton's breed, for which he has been nominated and selected multiple times as a Breeder of the Year by the American Kennel Club, other organizations as well.
Somebody says go Arrow.
Not sure which one's Arrow, guys. Tell us who is Arrow, and we'll give them good vibes from over here in the sound booth.
Oh, Tiffany's watching.
Here's a good job, Colin making use of the ring so that judge gets to see his dog move rather than just stopping at the end of the line. That was a great handling decision on Colin's part. Something for you guys to pay attention to. The Pembroke is Arrow. Got it. All right, Colin, you've got votes for you. All right, Mr. Shelton's closing up the group. He's going to have everybody move, would be my expectation. Mr. Shelton giving everybody a chance to get their applause on. And first to the Old English Sheepdog, done very well over the course of the last few weeks.
Thank you, Glenn.
And second to the Shetland Sheepdog. Third to the Belgian Tavern. Fourth to... I missed fourth. Shelty Tavern, possibly the German Shepherd? Let's see. Yes, it appears to be fourth to the German Shepherd.
Lots of faves here. And we're off.
Okay, this can